CEO, Chairman Executive, Excel Oil and Gas, na Zimbabwe. Odoguna si mi David Aworo bosi du kwa Faragama. Ide one of Abo Ogugwe. Ide one of Abo Ogugwe. No kwene Jack Wamba. Asi mi David Aworo bosi du kwa yo. Odogwu Sacrist Agu na Echemba one here. Agu na Echemba Ebu Chairman Enugu State na Zimbabwe and Chairman Golden Club na Zimbabwe. Odogwu na kere kwa meke na tukere kure anwo. Gezi maka Odogwu tuku no seze nwanne. London International Hotel na Enugu State na New Haven. Oye go no uke go ni so na kere kwa meke na tukere kure. Jack Wamba Odogwu don chipa simu kenege no bu madu eji aka ndi ba yo pamba ndo titineti yo ndo yo akwana inde me na mma abawa chipa sinifi kule mago Excel Oil and Gas na Zimbabwe. Ide one na bo ekele kwenge ka. Ayi ge sumba ba ko meso na hu. Ide one of our ogwe. Don't touch pass. London International Hotel na New Haven, Enugu State. Officer ba kisi eje. Odogwu do super simu kenai no bu madu eji aka. Odego nu kego no kwere Jack Wamba. Oto mu no bodoro na to mena nlo. Ihe mmanwụ kwuru erike.
Ihe mmanwụ kwuru erike mana mmanwụ kwuru etinye mma.
Oriego n'ime wifi ga-eme n'Ọkanga. London International Hotel.
Oriego na mmanwụ mụrụ ọgbọ. Anyị gbalibe egwu.
Oriego mmanwụ.
Oriego mmanwụ.
Oriego abụ n'ọsọ n'akwa mmanwụ. Oriego n'isi ọfịa.
Odogwu ụbọchị isi ọfịa. Jesu Obodo.
Asị m otu ibe okokoko.
Ihe mee. Oriego Igbo na anyị bụ mmanwụ.
Arụọda. London International Hotel. Nanu Abu Bai. Oriego the Pata Rupa. Oriego Lugo ni Sota. Don't you pass a simu kenai. Gezi Makasa Chris Agu. Aguna Tambani here. Never better. Abu Mada no Kamone Mubu. Okole Shokuru. Okole Muba. Chikwas na soro m egwu asụrụ dọnụ mmanụ n'ụwa ekweru m ekwe na nke m merụ ngụpụta kacha ụtọ ya bụ kwụsịrị ike rinne mana ọ bụzi nke aka iji arị ya mbekwu garụ marụbido asị na ọhara kata ka ọ na-agazi Don Chikwas onye ụwa enwe enyi ọma onye amụma ara dị ile na ana amụrụ ya nne na nkụta ọfịa bụ nwanne anụ ufe bụ udene ka ọ na-azapụ mana aja ara awa nkenu ụzọ ọfịa ibu udene na ọbụkọ ntụ Don Chikwas ịda mbabụ ị na-agachi azụ ọganiru arụ maka onye nkọrọba obi onye ịgarabada onye zuwa abụọ ezumezu egwu egwu arụrụ arụ eme nchụkwa Don Chikwas na ji ọnụ egwu ọjị isaa agbachaghị ebo ngafere ọdụdụ oke onye ga-asị na ogwu maka na-adị odi ebe amaniwe ọ bụ na ọchagharụkwa o were ọnụ licha o were ile salụ ofe na-efife were abalị megharịkwa ọrụ efunara ụlọ na-aja ebe ugwu ikuku bi ogbunye ụlọ n'ọgbọ mmiri ana sokwa ndị egwu ji abalị agbaghị ụtụtụkwa ndị oji ebreti mma Don Chikwas mgbe nga na ngana mgbe egburu ọzọ mana ị nwere aja mma o ji isi anya ọkụ azụ anụ ka egburu isi nke etinye isi na wogidi ọwa nkụtara akụ ụtọ nwoke na anị na nwoke du n'obi ebili kwuru na nwoke na-eri n'ude agagata agbakwuru ke ji agba dike iri ka abụ m ego na igbele mmiri ebili tụcha na lukwu ma ozulu ike Don Chikwas ụbọchị ntị ka dị ike na ntachi obi ịnyịnya ibu ji aga n'ugwu ọganịtaka ọta mbụzụ ga-ama abụba izikọ salụ mmiri ogugu dịkarara ọkụ na-agba ite olugo ibugo ikpuru ụgbọala eziri azụ iburu ịgbọala eziri azụ kama na ị na-edebekwa iwu obodo okwu na ụka gara ịgasị mkpa n'isi agụta ọrụ n'oge ọchọba ana ma ata alụ ọrụ ederibe ọsụsatị n'oge iru agụ ọgụ ga-atabunye ya ụwa niile anya atọwa nduru na akpakịdị Don Chikwas adị na atụlọ akala aka gị isi na nkwụ dapụ ijebe n'ọdụ ike enu esi nwa ebi na ọgbakọrọcha gị bụ agụ ya egbu ya na ọ ya gbuo ozu nye na ya were naba ebe ịma na ara ekpu afọ ime aka asị na-egbukata ide ọkwapụ mgbe onuwa ka mechara iro nọ ya bara anyị ese oyi ebe isi bi ụwa dị elu ise gbozira nwa ebini na ọsọ ka o ji arị ugwu ekwenome ka agbụla na-ereba mma ihe dị iche dị n'iru enwe n'ọnụ ọkụ atụrụ dara onu n'ọkwa na anakụbarịa ọkụkọ ji ihe yikwa na-akwa ọcha anụ ọfịa ya abụ anụ ụlọ n'oluo Don Chikwas akwa ọkụkọ dọ na nkịta ama nke bụ oke na nwunye odogwu a na-ama mkpọrọ n'ụgbọ amafọ ya ma eze n'iru onyinye amara dị n'iche n'iche onye ma ngwugwu onye ukwu bụrụ bịaba ọ na-eme agba agbata obi n'eke onye kara obi asabakwa ọnụ ọna ndị atụtụ a na-ejebe n'udu egwu okodo na mba ebere ụkpa nri ọmụmatụ bụ emeka ọdụ egwu ojukwu n'ike mba Nnewi dịka ukwu agbụrụgbu enyi tarụgbụsịa na-adịbe anya na ị ga-ama ya Don Chikwas ọ bụrụgodị nwata ka ịbụ arụsị aha n'aka na abụ ka eji ebu ya si abana ya si ebe o si
Bye bye no.
I say oil and gas.
Bye bye no.
Na Zimbabwe.
Bye bye no.
Gazi Makoria go Nukago. London International Hotel. Na New Heaven Enugu Bayi.
Bye bye no.
Ibo na Yado.
Bye bye no.
Where's the Bayi?
Bye bye no.
Sakris Yagu.
Bye bye no.
Agu Netebani Hodogu.
Bye bye no.
Don't you pass this smoke and you.
Bye bye no.
The way to move.
Bye bye no.
Bam 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 bam. Kanshana.
Come on, let's do it now. My baby, my fine baby, my baby, my sweet mama. Let me tell you something about this, my sweet mama. The only woman who give it me to grow and make me a man. Thank you, for the love you showed me. Without you, my Bamenda, I nobody existed. Thank you, my Bamenda. Thank you, my homeland. God bless you, my mama. For the strength you say for your children. I am proud of you, you are rich. I am proud of you, you are strong. You defeat the whole Cameroon, like Africa in the one land. My Bamenda, my fine baby. My sweet mama. Some people say you too small to change the country. Others say you're not big good for make things work. But just a name in this country, people them they shiver. The way we are picking them, they hustle. People them they wonder. Thank you, my Bamenda. Thank you, my homeland. God bless you, my mama. For the strength you say for your children. I am proud of you, you are rich. I am proud of you, you are strong. You defeat the whole Cameroon, like Africa in the one land. My Bamenda, my fine baby. My Bamenda, my sweet mama. My brothers and sisters all over the world. Whatever you do, always think about your home. It's a place where you will come back some days. Let's clean it up, let's build it love. Thank you, my Bamenda. Thank you, my homeland. God bless you, my mama. For the strength you say for your children. I am proud of you, you are rich. I am proud of you, you are strong. You defeat the whole Cameroon, like Africa in the one land. My Bamenda. the hardworking sons and daughters of this great northwest region of Cameroon. I want you to stand up and dance, because the time has come when we have to put our heads and hands together in order to build this our lovely and only region. You are rich, I am proud of you, you are strong, you defeat the whole Cameroon, like Africa in the wonderland.
Oh, see that kills our generation. Oh, see that. Oh, see that kills our generation. Oh, see that. Some say it is 8. Let us join forces with Professor Anumangu and the Ministry of Public Health, together with the World Health Organization, for the fight against HIV and AIDS pandemic.
Halombena, bugna buna lentan kumazabo. Minister of Culture. Oh yeah. Hey. Augustine de. Frunti. Daar gaan we het voor. Kom loop dan ten bak dan vinger.
You the spread pay for house. We must take care. Make we wash our hands. We are not tired for drink concoction. We are not tired for drink concoction. We must take care. Keep social distance. We must take care. Don't forget your mask.
Corona. Corona. Where do you come from? I beg, tell me. What do you want to? I beg, tell me. You make me tingling. Now I go tingling.
We don't win you, we don't conquer you, What concoction, he don't finish you. What concoction, he don't finish you. We are covered with the blood of Jesus. We are covered with the blood of Jesus. COVID-19, we nearly fear you. Your time don't finish. My God will protect us. My God will protect us. COVID-19, we don't win you. COVID-19, we don't conquer you. We not fear you. We not fear you. Corona, your time don't finish. Your time don't bole. Corona, your time
Don
don't
Hammer,
finish.
the president of Dominion Helping Association, Bamenda.
on the heat. My people are not fools on the heat. You must let my people go, so we can rule from Cape to Cairo. You must free my people's hands, so we can rule our purpose land. I wanna know who owns the land. Who wanna know who owns the land? Okay, now listen carefully. Chinese are ruling the Chinese land. Japan is ruled by Japanese. England is governed by Englishmen. America is governed by Americans. So, Africa must be ruled by Africans. I wanna know who owns the land. We must rule from Cape to Now I want to talk to my now we are the crossroad. On the femo, don't be long. On the femo, don't be long. Open me, I get a baba. Yeah, open me just in your car. Open my sister, you have it on you.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the broadcast. Amber Television with Secretary Chris. I know it's a pleasure to be back here with you this gracious week. I want to believe all of you out there had a wonderful weekend. I wasn't able to come to you tomorrow because of meetings here and there. Welcome, Ambazonia. Welcome, all of Africa. And of course, our special people on ground zero in Ambazonia, in the diaspora, in Nigeria, in particular, the refugees in Nigeria in particular, and every Ambazonian in the diaspora, in Canada, in the USA, in Europe, in the UK, everywhere Ambazonians you find yourself across the globe. It's a pleasure to come back to you today with this very special presentation on ABC Amber Television. As usual, I will urge you want me to come to you with this presentation proper, please go ahead and hit that share button. Go ahead and hit that share button, and I will be right back with you. Don't touch your remote.
You need a financial instrument that provides a hedge against inflation, 100% guarantees that you will not lose your money, has tax-free growth and distribution, the ability to take an interest-free loan, avoids probate, provides creditor protection, guarantees your family that your income will be replaced should you die, helps you protect yourself financially against chronic, critical, and terminal illness, and of course allows you to take money anytime for any reason at any age without a tax penalty. You need only as little as $50 to invest per month. Contact Irene Fombo. Tel 513-5014-177 or send an email to irenenpmsn@gmail.com. You need a financial instrument that provides a hedge against inflation.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and again it's a pleasure to come to you today with updates on our struggle, the struggle for the independence of the Southern Cameroons. It's a pleasure to be with you today. We've got very, very, very crucial issues to bring to you today and to discuss today. I have a panel that is joining me, a panel made up of two people that I won't disclose until I get there. So please, if you want us to get there, for those of you watching by way of Facebook, please go ahead and quickly saturate the platform, quickly invite people to join the platform so I can come to you with the panel. As usual, go ahead and let's have 700 people joining the Facebook platform so that I can come in. I'm going to be talking about the allegations you hear out there about bribery, and of course you all know what is out there, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be talking about that. It's not something that I really want to pay a lot of attention to it, but because of the naive and the gullible who are among us, I think it is good at least to say something, because there are many people out there who want to hear what the interim government will say, what Secretary Chris will say about the $11 million, or no, 11 million CFA that you collected, and is it 15 million or another 11 million that Dr. Sako collected? Many people out there want to hear or say something about it. I will do it just for the formality of it, not really because we take it seriously, ladies and gentlemen. So please hit your share button. Let's get there quickly. Let's get there quickly. And of course, the new campaign now by French Cameroon is steaming up. Over the weekend, we heard CRTV making a special broadcast, a special presentation asking Ground Zero to give development and reconstruction a chance, and then referring to some of us in the diaspora as opportunists who are bribed, and they just want to continue to enjoy their money and their peace in the diaspora. For the destruction on Ground Zero to continue, we are going to spend some time on that. So please, you want me to get there, go ahead and hit your share button. In the next 5 minutes, let's make these 700. Ladies and gentlemen, I like the pace at which the numbers are jumping. If you are just joining, please go ahead and hit your share button. If you are just joining, go ahead, hit your share button. Let us quickly populate this platform. It is going to be very, very exciting. Very, very exciting. Again, hit your share button. Hit your share button. Let us saturate the platform as soon as possible. All right. I am seeing. I just opened my Facebook, and this post by UN Ochiba Achindo just punched into my eyes. SCBC hatred against Chris Anu didn't start today. As Secretary of Communication, Chris Anu insisted to see the original SCBC contract birth certificate, the supposed state TV. This anger, okay, I think I know what UN is trying to talk about here. However, we're not going there. We know what they're trying to do. They think that we are their competitors. We are not competing. ABC is not competing with anybody, ladies and gentlemen, and we will not afford to go We will not afford to go low. We will not afford to go low. We will not afford to name calling and character assassination. We will focus on the issues that will bring the Southern Cameroons the much needed independence, freedom. So whatever they are trying to say or do in that other channel, let's see how long they survive. Let's see how long they survive in name callings, in attacks, instead of projecting this struggle. So please go ahead, ladies and gentlemen. If you are joining, hit your share button. Hit your share button. 700 people within the next 3 minutes, and I come to you with the presentation. In the meantime, let me see who is here on the platform. Let me see who is here on the platform. If you are joining, let me know where you are joining in from, please. Again, hit your share button. We are over 500. We are over 500. We need 700 to go. We need 700. The moment we hit 700, I'm coming to you. So as you join, hit that share button. All right. Evis for Gallo, our anchor, Secretary Chris, who shakes La Republic. Thank you. I'm glad to hear that. I see Florence Achuo. Okay, we love you, Secretary Chris. Thank you, ma'am. Zoro Do, good evening, our lion man. Thank you, ma'am. Pierre Brian Zole, we are competing with CNN. Thank you. And Al Jazeera, absolutely. We are competing with CNN, Al Jazeera, BBC. If we are not doing so now, we are getting there. Give us the next 2-3 weeks, ladies and gentlemen, and ABC will be a whole different channel. It will not just be about Chris and coming to sit here. You will see variety in programming, in professionalism, in content. That is what we're trying to do. So please, we're not competing with them. Thank you, Brian. Eric Guan, I see you, sir, watching from Spain. Charlie Brown, I see you too. Mac Poitras, Ambazonia, I see you. Amber Evaleaf, more grace, Secretary Chris, thank you. Thank you. And listen, ladies and gentlemen, I am really excited. You out there are getting really smarter by the day. You are getting smarter by the day. I thought everybody will come in on here saying, Secretary Chris, tell us. Or I thought I would be receiving messages saying, Secretary Chris, tell us, did you really collect 11 million? Did Dr. Sako really collect 15 million? Did Elvis collect, is it 30 or 35 million? I have seen nobody asking such nonsense, empty questions. You are smart, ladies and gentlemen. You are very, very smart out there. I'm getting into that subject very, very soon. But give me the numbers. We are almost 600. Hit your share button if you are just joining. Hit your share button. The moment we hit 700 on this Facebook page, I will start this presentation. Vivian Abido, thank you for joining. Eleni Ravo, I see you. Eleni Ravo, okay. I see you also. Constance Achu, God bless Ambazonia. Victory is sure. Almighty God is in charge. Absolutely, ma'am. Gladys, thank you for joining, ma'am. Also, Otello General, always here. I see also Mohammed. Okay, we are still coming to that, sir. Okay. Thank you, sir. Okay, Mac, I see you too. John Seif, we shall never give up. Absolutely. You know, I like to read this because this is very, very encouraging to know the amount and the level of resilience that you got out there for this Amazonian struggle. I want to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, we are standing in here for nothing but a free and independent Southern Cameroon's Ambazonia. And when I mean we here at this interim government. We here at this interim government. So when you hear that any of us has taken a dime, not your interim government, not your interim government, all right? And not this leadership, of course, that's what I mean, not this leadership. Maybe individuals can do that, but I will assure you, not the leadership. All right, Etienne Ashambe, I see you. I see also Amber for Life. Amber for Life. Thank you, sir, for joining. We are almost hitting 700 now. Please, the numbers are jumping. As you join, please hit your share button again. Tonight, I'm talking about the plot by French Cameroon to have ground zero, to give up, to capitulate and surrender. Capitulate means to surrender. So that La Republic can go on with reconstruction and so-called recovery. Now, they have recoined the word reconstruction to a terminology that they call recovery. And we have people from the international community consulting with the interim government, even as of today, ladies and gentlemen, trying to plead with the interim government to go in to accept to accept so-called recovery. I'm coming to that. I'm coming to that. And then we'll also be talking about this campaign of calumny, campaign of slander. And all I can say is that, of course, it is not going to work. It is not going to work. You can rest assured of that. Hit your share button so that I can come to you with these subjects in its details. Pavel Young, I see you, sir. It says, Secretary Chris, we must force La République for negotiation in Switzerland. Nothing short of that, sir. Nothing short of that. They must meet us on that negotiation table. They don't meet us. The only instrument we have at our disposal is mayhem. Mayhem, ladies and gentlemen. Mayhem on the ground. That will be that is all the only other thing that we know. If they will not come to the negotiation table, economic mayhem, political mayhem, social mayhem, every form of mayhem you can imagine in that territory, we will unleash it on them. All right. Okem Mag, thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. Please hit your share button. The numbers are slowing down now. We're getting close to 700, but it is slowing down. Please, if you are joining, hit your share button. In the next 2 minutes, let us go to 700 so I can start. Julie Opu, thank you for joining, ma'am. Kiria Indum, I see you. Unknown Soldiers, also thanks for joining. Judith Elondo, I see you. Donga Mamu, One Spirit, sir. Chris, thank you, sir. Mo Mayang. Mo Mayang is in Canada. Great job, Secretary Chris. We stand with the interim government. Thank you, sir. Hosea Goga. Neighbor Steve, the great Neighbor Steve. Good to see you. Ayok Mfoto. I see you also. Shadrach Bisson. Secretary Chris, Match Fire. Thank you, sir. Wisdom Jim. Richard James. Angeline. Thank you all for joining again. I see the numbers instead dropping, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead and hit those the share button so I can come to you. I see them jumping back up now. Now, while I wait for the numbers to come up for me to get to the issues proper, I want to, on behalf, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the interim government, say a big, big thank you. A big, big thank you to every one of you, from Donga Mantung to Fako, to Meme, to Indian, to Kupe Maneguba, to Libialem, to Manu, to Boyo, to Menchum, to, every county, ladies and gentlemen, Ngo Ketunjia, Bui, every county, all the 13 counties. I want to, on behalf of this interim government, say to all of you who drafted within the past 2 months for your counties to send a message to La République du Cameroon that we are not going to surrender. We are not going to surrender until we have taken back our freedoms and our country from them. What you demonstrated within the past months in these war drives, have also, ladies and gentlemen, sent a message to the international community. Within the last 2 months, let me review to you something, ladies and gentlemen. Within the last 2 months, we have had consultations. The interim government has had consultations with international organizations that otherwise wouldn't come to us, wouldn't talk to us, but for your ability to step out to draft the hundreds of thousands you drafted for your counties. Now we've got people that matter knocking our doors. Even as of today, before coming to you, we were speaking with international authorities on this subject of reconstruction and recovery. And I can assure you, they are knocking our doors because you are putting the money out there for the prosecution of this war. We will continue We will continue to send that message, and the message is that Ambazonians will fund this war until we take back our country, we take back our freedoms. That is a message we will continue to send. Two things must happen. Either we get our country, or Cameroon, we get our country by war, by defeating French Cameroon, or Cameroon comes with us to the negotiation table. So that is the only moment. That is the only moment we will have to renege. We will have to renege on the funding the prosecution of the war. So again, on behalf of this interim government, I say thank you. Thank you to every Ambazonian out there in all the 13 counties, all the 13 counties of Ambazonia. You did a marvelous job from the beginning. From the beginning, let me reveal something to you. Most of us at the interim government did not believe this was going to work. But after we've ended the launching on the, I think that was it March 3rd or May 3rd, and saw what happened, the momentum picked up, and Manu came out and drafted a little over 100,000. Then I think it was Ngoke Tunja came second, drafted I think 87,000. Bui came out, drafted I think 84,000. Then Mezam came out, drafted 400, over 400,000. I think it was 420,000. Then Lebialem came out, drafted 267,000. Then Momo came up with a big number, 600 and was it 640,000, 40 something thousand or so. The numbers kept on coming. Fako came out. Kupema Nuguba came out and brought out some figures that no one ever believed were going to come out. Meme came out last Sunday, drafted a whooping sum of $161,000. $161,000. Now, why it is so surprising for Meme is because when we did the national launch, people were, we were drafting by the counties. Manu alone drafted, I think, a little over $50,000 at the launch. And Momo drafted, I think, over 40,000 at the launch. And so on and so forth. Meme drafted, I think, less than 2,000 at that national launch. Less than 2,000. So we were thinking, oh, how can they even draft 100,000 at their own turn? But surprisingly, Meme did not only come second in all of the southern zone. It was plain and clear. Meme Kumba K-Town. No fit ever take last. No fit ever take last. Last night, I was watching a little video clip that Kemi Ashu put on Facebook, and I saw these former CRTV journalists. What are their names again? I've forgotten the names. What are their names? Josh Fontamo and two others. They were talking with Patrick Siane, I think so. And they were talking about the men, the people that Kumba has produced. When we call K-Town the center of life, the New York of Ambazonia to be, ladies and gentlemen, and they were mentioning names of people who have come out of Kumba. I never knew Johnny Tizano, the popular French Cameroon musician, came out of Kumba. I never knew that. People like Prince Nico Mbarega, they started in Kumba. Lapiro de Mbanga, they started in Kumba. Competition for Kumba. Robert Chambo, for Sika Moni Palama. They start, all these, ladies and gentlemen, came from K-Town. We are getting back to those good old days, ladies and gentlemen, when K-Town will be K-Town. K-Town will not just be known for those 419 documents. It will be known for industry, ladies and gentlemen, industry and economic power. So thank you, Meme, thank you, Kumba, thank you all of you out there, Ambazonians, for the draft. We are still, in the next show, I will look for the real figures, the total figure of the aggregate draft to bring to you so we can have an idea exactly how much the drafts have produced. In the meantime, the draft can only be over when ABC drafts. Ladies and gentlemen, the draft can only be over after ABC, Ambazonia Broadcasting Corporation, has drafted. As I said to you from the onset of this broadcast, ladies and gentlemen, and as somebody suggested, we will make ABC, the CNN, the BBC, the Fox News, the Al Jazeera of Sub-Sahara Africa, We started ABC in the bedroom and down in the basement, ladies and gentlemen. Now, one of these days, we are going to unveil to you where it is now. The machinery that is running what you see on your screen right now. We are going to show you our news studios, Studio A, Studio B, Studio C. We will show you our weather station. We will show you our talk show desk, our talk show set. We are going to review all of these to you. We are looking forward to bringing you programs that are informative, educative, and entertaining. We are not going to get into this Congo-Sai, slander, gossip, attack, calumny practice that we see in some other media. No, we're not going to get that low. We are going to do what television does. We are going to bring you information that will stir you up, that will educate you, that will all round educative programming, not just for the adults, for the men, for the women, for the children. And so let me also make this appeal. If you are out there and you know that you can be articulate and you will not be shy in front of cameras, ABC is asking you if you can produce a talk show, a documentary, interviews. Please, we're inviting you, we are providing you the platform to come on. And it doesn't matter where you are. You may be in India, you may be in Nigeria, you may be in Uganda, wherever you are, as far as that content is African, not just Amazonia. If your content, if you can produce any African content, please, we are asking you, contact us. Will we provide you with a platform after we vet your show? Will we provide you with a platform to produce that show? So please contact us and we will talk about that. So ABC Amber World Drive, ladies and gentlemen, is slated for August the 30th, Sunday, August the 30th. But before then, we are going to use the week preceding that. We are going to use the week preceding August 30th to kick launch ABC Amber Drive. So we're going to have a telethon, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have a telethon beginning, I think is the 23rd. I think the 23rd or 24th. We're going to have a telethon on ABC beginning the 23rd or the 24th. We're going to bring in special guest speakers, important personalities who will speak to this revolution and speak to the need for a step up here and the need to fund ABC. And during that time, we're going to be asking upon you to call in and draft. And if I may say this, during the draft, ABC will be collecting only cash, ladies and gentlemen. You know, ABC will pay everything up front. We pay satellite up front. We cannot promise them cash. We pay the producers, some of the producers, our news team. Let me put it this way. We're not using volunteers here. Listen to me carefully. if we want to succeed in producing effective news and regular news, we cannot use volunteers to produce news. It will not work. It will fail. So up front, I want you to know we need to pay a news team, individuals that will produce the news on a daily basis, for ABC. And so that is one of the reasons this draft is very, very critical. That is one of the reasons this draft is very, very critical. So again, we shall be collecting cash for ABC draft. And I hope that many of you will come out during the week telethon to draft at least $1,000. Now, ladies and gentlemen, again, thank you for tuning in. I just had to continue because we've gone beyond the 700. Now we're going to go into the reissues right away. But before I take you into the issues, I have my guest here tonight who will be joining me later in the discussions. As usual, I have with me on the set, the one and only Barrister John Sotfro. Barrister, great to have you, sir. You have become a celebrity here on ABC.
Thank you very much, Chris, for inviting me once more.
All right, thank you. And I also have with me here on set Ma Manka, who is joining me all the way from the state of California. Ma Manka, it's a pleasure having you again today, ma'am.
Thank you, Secretary Chris.
All right. Thank you all for joining in. Now, before I come to you, let me lay the foundation for this discussion. As you find on your screen, ladies and gentlemen, I call these smear campaigns of bribery. Smear campaigns of bribery. Interim government remains unshaken, unintimidated. Now, those of you watching me, you know how many attempts have been made by some irrelevant activists and baby activists out there to smear this interim government and the leaders of the interim government. It is not something that started yesterday. Ever since the creation of this interim government, there are people that want you to believe this interim government should not exist. They have advanced different reasons and advanced different theories why we should have no interim government. Some of them have said that we only need a governing council that should run the struggle. And when all these campaigns of calumny, I call them, have failed to work, they resulted to blackmail, they resulted to lies. Remember last week you were told that Chris Anu has been arrested. You will also recall that only about 3 weeks ago, one CRTV Annex baby anchor in Houston, Texas, somebody who is a felon, who has served time imprisonment for fraud, came out and told you Chris Anu took money from one so-called Colonel Bankoi. You also remember he told you, so many other things. This is a guy who's if his resume is X-ray, you guys will be shocked to know who is sitting there making, pointing fingers. And so, when these things have not worked, when all their education campaigns, slander have not worked, now the latest one is that yours truly, and of course, the president and some members of your interim government collected so much money, millions of CFA francs. Myself, I am told that I collected 11 millions. Ladies and gentlemen, Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you, what is 11 million? Not even $11 million. It is 11 million CFA. 11. See what poverty can do with people who do not understand what money is, what real money is. It's 11 million money. People who have never touched even 5 million, or let's say 20 million with their hands. Listen to me carefully. People who have not touched a 20 million, talk less of 11 million in your hands. They think that 11 million is a lot of money, a whole lot of money. That is no money. So you're really sitting out there believing Psycho will be bought with 13 million? Chris Annie will be bought with 11 million? Do you really sit out there believing that or thinking that that is actually the case? But let me tell you, I will not, or we will not vouch. We will not vouch for anybody in that list. Listen to me very, very carefully. We will vouch for Dr. Sako. I can vouch for myself. Maybe an Elvis commenter, I can vouch for him. But listen, anybody else in that list, we will not vouch for them. Let me assure you, we know that we know. We know that we know. The people, other people in that list have taken money from La République du Cameroon. I mean everybody except the three that I am mentioning to you, ladies and gentlemen. I mean everybody. The Insox Funcha, the Yannick Sikot, and so on, all of them on that list. So they are trying, what they are trying to do is camouflage, put good people among the bad people so that they can say, oh yeah, oh yeah. Let me ask you a question out there. It's a rhetorical question. Let me ask you, when you take money, how do you know somebody who has taken bribe, who has been corrupted? How do you know them? They change their language, they change their tones, they change the way they do things. Look at, go through that list, ladies and gentlemen, and tell me, who is now a peace ambassador who was with us yesterday? Who is a peace ambassador? Who is dining with La République du Cameroon officials who was dining with us yesterday? Who is in that list? Who is appearing on French Cameroon television and calling himself or herself an ambassador of peace, who was with us yesterday? Those are the people who have taken money from French Cameroon, and I can assure you we will expose them one by one by one by one. We will expose them one by one by one. As simple as that. So please, I really want to appeal to all of you out there, never be worried about me, never be worried about Dr. Sako. I have said it again and again and again. French Cameroon money is blood money. Blood money, not over the souls of over 15,000 people that they have killed. Would we take a dime from them? And let me tell you, it's not because they are not trying. They are trying. They are trying. Sending people to talk to us. But we have not as much as entertained a single meeting. A single meeting with any one of them. And that is not going to happen. We will entertain a meeting at the mediation table. That is all we can do, and that is what we will do. So please, do not be swayed by this campaign of calumny that you see on this other channel and on the social media. They have tried so many things. How about the young man? I just laughed at him every time. Well, how about a young man who gave Sako 10 days? Think about it. How about him? Where is him today? Where is Sako today? Has Sako been anywhere? Where are they? They are nowhere to be found. I want you, Ground Zero, to know we are focused. We are steadfast. You can count on us to prosecute this revolution to the end without any compromise. And we will continue to do our best, ladies and gentlemen. We will continue to do our best to make sure that anyone who tries to betray us, to sell this revolution, is spotted out and put in the public square to be shamed. Any one of us who compromises with La République du Cameroon will be put on the public square and shamed. And if I am the one, do that. All right? Do that. But we will not allow that to happen. We will smoke every compromiser. We will smoke everyone who is coming behind to deal with us, who is coming to deal with us, work with us, and then going out to sit in conference table to take money from La République du Cameroon, even in foreign countries. We will smoke them out. We will smoke them out, and such people will never sit on that negotiation table to represent Ambazonians who are sweating with their blood. They will not do that, not after when they have taken money from La République du Cameroon. That is what I can say, ladies and gentlemen, about that. But let me bring in the panel right now. Barrister John, this is, they call it deja vu all over again. We know these stories, we have heard them again and again and again in the course of this revolution. Tell me what you feel when you hear information like Sako took 13 million, Chris took 11 million, Kominta took 35 million. John Gute sent somebody. What is the other man? Is it Mbayu? Somebody. He sent somebody. They met with Colonel Bancoid. These are people I don't know how their faces look like. Tell me what you, both of you, tell me what you think about this.
Hello, Chris. Thank you very much. Are you surprised? You have made people not to go to sleep. A lot of people are not sleeping because of you. A lot of people are not sleeping because of our leaders. Our leaders are doing such an incredible job in such a way that La République is looking at all means to smear us. The coalition for surrender has virtually beaten the dust, and they are now looking for ways to smear us. I want to inform you that you are not the only ones. They have 2 articles on me there, assigning me age on me, assigning my status in America, that I've applied for asylum, I've done this, I've done that. I am dying of diabetes, I'm dying of this, I've done that. What have they not done? When you are working, when you are in the public eye, you will have that happening, especially from your enemies. We have to stay resolute. I can vouch for Dr. Sako, I can vouch for Chris Anu, I can vouch for Kometa, but that whole list, we will expose them one by one. Can you imagine there are 2 articles written by obscure newspapers about me, how they come about my private life, what I'm doing in the United States, and that I'm a refugee, political refugee. I have been a permanent resident for 10 years, for heaven's sake.
Those are revelations to them. I guess they should be hearing this for the first time.
I will never apply for asylum in any country. I have one country from my country, and it's Ambazonia. And I'm not going to take citizenship from anywhere, at least for now. Look, Chris, you guys should continue to work. We are working the way we're working. We will stay the course. La République will not get us anywhere. They will not talk to us anywhere. They will only meet us on Switzerland. They have no choice. They can run over around the place and with their agenda, with the coalition for surrender, including Mr. Frundi. They can run all over the place. If they so desire, but they will never get to talk to any of us.
Let me get to Mahamanka over there. She is one of those who is very articulate, very, very outspoken. And Mahamanka, tell me, when you read stuff like what we are talking about, what is going on in your mind and in the mind of most women? Because again, this isn't something that I would really spend time coming here to talk about. But because of the gullible out there and the naive out there, we need to say this with emphasis so that our people know what is going on. But please tell us what you are thinking when you read stuff like this.
Thank you, Secretary Chris. I want everybody out there to hear this. When this revolution started, I watched both sides. What was going on. I watched every player. I watched the AirGovCs. I watched SCBC, and I watched the IG. It took some time for me to make the decision on who I should be supporting. I never put my mouth, my word, my money on any that is not reputable. I want you, Secretary Chris, the IG, and the fellow cabinet members to know this. Success always brings out those evil in those people who do not want to support. When you are winning, there are people out there who do not want to see you winning and succeed. So they will do everything to make sure that you don't succeed. It is up to us who know the truth, and we know who you are. If you look, all these people who are attacking you guys are going nowhere. Have you observed that they have lost all the support? They are going nowhere. And so that brings contempt in them. They feel angry because nobody is paying attention to them. And so they're trying to destroy this the IG. But we know who our leader is, who is going to take us to Goya. Thank you.
Thank you. Barrister John, as I stated in my talking point there, I think it is very, very easy to tell who is compromised. Am I right?
Oh, yes.
When people change sides, when people change the way they talk, when people begin to appear where you will never expect them to appear, when people begin to hold meetings with unlike parties, then you can begin to tell that they have been compromised. So, when you look at the people in that list, can't you easily tell who is compromised in there? In fact, that is the reason why I said I'm not vouching for anybody except for the President, Kobinta, and myself. But everybody, everyone in there, I think they are compromised because they are the only ones we see doing things that are a surprise.
Yes, Chris, I introduced the word compromise in this revolution because I found out that our so-called former president was compromised. And that compromise has now spread out and he has gathered all the compromised fellows into the coalition of the surrender. And each one of them has been given a package. On that whole list, and I said, I can vouch that our president, our Bible and firebrand Secretary for Communication, Chris Anu, and our president of the Restoration Council, Mr. Kometa Elvis. The rest have been compromised. They have joined the coalition for surrender. And in order to join the coalition of surrender, a package comes. La Republic is very good at corrupting people. We cannot say that they have not tried. They tried on me when I was in Ground Zero. You know my story. They did everything. They did everything. In the end, they wanted Ayuk Tabe to get rid of me. Since Ayuk Tabe was already, his hands were already soiled, well, he did what he did. Every one of them is compromised, Chris. Every one of them. All that whole list. The Eric Tatos, the Mark Baratas, the Tapang Ivo, the Yanis Sikot, the So-Concha, the so-called Gambian man, what you call him, what?
Nick Santos. Yes.
And he revealed something, Chris. He revealed something that even me, I didn't know. Do you know that they were secretly meeting with the Republic of Cameroon in Silver Spring, downtown Silver Spring?
Yes, we knew that. We knew that, and that is why I am saying that we are not vouching for any person among all those guys, because we know they have had meetings with La République du Cameroon, and they are trying to camouflage by inserting our names in there, so Ground Zero can begin to have doubts and work.
And Ngu Santos revealed something, that they had a letter from their champion, Ayuk Tabe, and another letter from Derema, and on the basis of that letter, they met in downtown Silver Spring, and they gave us, and the La République de Cameroon gave us a special status. That they worked so hard for us to have a special status.
Right.
Oh my God.
Right. And of course, you can hear many of them. You hear many of them saying, oh, because all these guys have taken money, let's just meet back in La République and we'll discuss on the terms of the special status. It's the agenda for capitulation, surrender. My mind can't let me bring you in here. I mean, you know who is compromised again by the language they speak, by the company they keep. Am I wrong?
Yes, Secretary Chris. We have seen it time and time again. If you start thinking, let me bring up Ayuk Tabe in jail. When his tune changes, when he speaks, we knew when he was truth before. But if anybody is in jail, and we believe that they are going to be telling that they are going to be supporting us, something is wrong with us. Somebody out there who is listening to them, something is wrong with them. I want you guys to see what's going on in our communities. What are they doing in our? They're coming in at night. They're terrorizing our people. People are living in fear. So think about this. These people are in jail. What do you think they are doing to them? The same thing they are doing to the civilians in the community is what they are doing to them. They are at gunpoint every moment. So anybody who is at gunpoint is going to say anything or do anything so that they can survive. So I want you guys to know Ayuk Tabe in jail and all his cabal and his gang, they are all compromised. So anybody who thinks that they are negotiating any peace for us is really not in their right mind. Who is going to listen to peace being negotiated under gunpoint? At gunpoint, they would do anything. And so whatever they will be telling them is things that those people want to hear. They will not be speaking in our best interest. They will not be speaking on best interest of us Ambazonians, free Ambazonians out here. So please, let's think rationally, know who is thinking in our best interest. We appreciate that they started something, but at some point they went wrong. They have gone wrong. We need to acknowledge it and know that just as we are in fear in Ground Zero for the atrocities they are doing to us, the illusion, the murders, the rapes, just know what they are also receiving in jail. And so for that reason, they will agree to anything they tell them to save their necks. I want those people in jail to know one thing. When we succeed in actually getting our freedom, we will also negotiate for their freedom for release when we go to the Swiss talks.
Wonderful. Barrister John, do you have anything to add there? Because we're going to be moving to the next subject soon. But I'd like you to say...
All I want to add is that whether La République likes it or not, whether they are willing or not. They are under pressure now from the international community to come to the negotiating table. And that the international community should know that we are not going to allow anybody to come to ground zero in the name of reconstruction or recovery. Anybody who shows up there, whether a contractor, foreign or local, is a legitimate target of our restoration forces. We are going to increase firepower in such a way that La Republic will have no choice but to meet us in Switzerland if they are not already preparing to come. I hear that HD is in Yaoundé, but let's wait and see what the outcome will be. La Republic has no choice. We will sabotage their economy. We will sabotage everything that they have on our territory. Let them go to hell, for heaven's sake.
Thank you. Thank you. That is the message. That is the message that we have sent to the UN, the UNDP, and every UN organization. They are trying to tell us what humanitarian so-called international law is all about, and we have reminded them it is not incumbent upon Ambazonians alone to observe international law. For as long as they want us to obey and observe international humanitarian law, La République du Cameroon too should be made to observe international law. And I think the only way for La République du Cameroon to do so is to cease fire. Cease fire. If they cease fire, nobody will be carrying guns on the ground. And that is the message we've taken to them. Now, let us move over to another subject here. Let's move to another subject here. And I would like to play this audio. Over the weekend, La République du Cameroon, in one of their newly launched campaign through their propaganda box, CROTV, went out with an editorial essentially asking Ground Zero to give way for reconstruction. They are now calling it recovery. And they are trying to brainwash Ground Zero to the effect that the diaspora is all responsible for this when they are living abroad. Their children going to school, they are sleeping good, they're going to jobs, they're making money, but essentially allowing Ground Zero to go through all this pain. Let's listen a little bit to that message.
Southwest regions gave peace a chance, thereby paving the way for the implementation of the presidential plan for the reconstruction and development of the two regions in keeping with one of the key recommendations of the major national dialogue.
There is time for everything. Time to be angry, time to fight and destroy consciously or unconsciously, time to be sorry, time to bend the neck of the rifle, time to stop the monstrous anger of the guns, the stuttering rifles' rapid rattle. Time to make peace and rebuild the nation with regrets of the past. For sure, the time to stop and rebuild the southwest and northwest regions has never been more germane than now. Even before the convening of the major national dialogue, the President of the Republic, Paul Biya, and the Joseph John Gute government had taken far-reaching decisions to bring the two conflict-ridden English-speaking regions to normalcy. The President's bona fide intentions and search for lasting solutions to the crisis is justified and validated by a gamut of appeasement decisions taken so far. Without dwelling on these measures taken before, during, and after the major national conclave, emphasis should be laid on just two, namely, the training of English-speaking court officials to work exclusively in the two regions as a response to the demands of the lawyers. Most catchy, demanding, and imperative right now is picking up the broken pieces and rebuilding the infrastructure of the two regions hard hit by the socio-political conflict and coming to the rescue of a people rendered miserable by their own, at home through kidnappings, killings, burning and looting, and abroad through propaganda and Facebook lies telling. At one point in time, even Spartans get tired and surrender. It's time to surrender and preach.
It is time to surrender. I hope you heard that. It is
I heard
time
it,
to
yeah.
surrender. And the pain is being caused by their own, by those in the diaspora and their own sons and daughters on ground zero. Mamanka, what are your thoughts about it?
I hope you have a good and enough time for me to talk, Secretary Chris. When I heard it, it was this is a real joke. Let me start off with this. This is upsetting to me when I listen to it, because these people came to us in the 1960s and lied to us, and we were supposed to be a two-federated state under gunpoint because they had an army. We did not have an army. They slowly annexed us. They plotted and they destroyed our education, our culture, all of economic infrastructure. When we complained, they brought cosmetic solutions, which they altered with a whim whenever they felt like altering it, they did. For 60 years, we gave them a chance for peace. Now, when they have seen we have taken matters into our own hands, and now we are fighting and trying to decide our own and determine our own destiny, they come back with the same fake laws, same fake cosmetic solutions they have presented. People are getting excited. I am listening to this and I'm thinking, they have loaned so much money from France, from the IMF, from China. Where are they going to get the money from now to come and do rebuilding? Think of it also. Their people are so corrupt. They are inherently corrupt. That means that the little money that they claim, 90 billion francs CFA, that everybody is jumping and so excited about, this 90 billion, lot of it is going to be stolen by these inherent corrupt people into their private pockets. What will happen is they go to La Republique and make them directors. In the end, we will have no say in whatever decisions that they think they are going to make on our behalf. Haven't we learned over 6 years these people have done to us? Do you know why everybody is radicalized right now? It is because of the stuff they have been doing. They have been raping our girls and boys. They have maimed our young men. They have murdered, put on the sick heads of our young children, handicapped people, madmen standing on the roadside. This is why 70 to 80% of the Amazonian population wants nothing to do any longer with the La Republique people. I want you guys to know something. They say 90 billion. Just the amount of money that comes from oil revenue from our side, from Amazonia a year is above $350 billion. Just only on oil. Now think of agriculture, minerals, the intellectual capability of our people. Imagine that if you calculate it, every LGA will have 11 billion. If you divide this money into all our LGAs, we will have 11 billion of this money. Do you know what we could do to develop our communities? Do you know of institutions we can provide for ourselves? And we have to let this go. It is time for self-determination. Let me address one issue before I go, Secretary Chris. They are talking about Amazonians languishing in foreign countries. Let me tell you how Cameroonians are also seeking political asylum in foreign West countries, especially Canada. They are away from their own people. They are escaping from their own, and they want us to stay with these same people. Who do they think they are fooling? If things were so great in La Republique, why are their own citizens seeking protection from them? Furthermore, The only reason Ambazonians are able to enjoy facilities here in the West is because our fellow Black Americans fought. Okay, they stood up, fought against discrimination. So now we come here and we enjoy, and then we see how you can actually come and get your own rights. And we don't want it. I am asking every Ambazonia out there, let us do this now. Let us fight for our freedom. Let's regain our country. Let's gain what is ours. We are asking for what is ours. We are not asking for anything that does not belong to us. We are asking for ours, the right to self-determination. We have a government who is leading under the presidency of President Sarko, and he has shown us with steadfast knowledge, with steadfast guidance, with a steady thought. And we the Amazonians identify this, and this is what we want for ourselves. We remember the old good old days, and we want to go back to the old good old days of PWD Bamenda, of Power Camp. We want the old good days of CDC, of WADA, all infrastructure that these people have completely destroyed and made us become dependent. If they love it, we have no problem. Let them stay with them. I want to tell you guys something. Ambazonia had an attack for La République. We will remain a hard attack. If they want to get rid of the hard attack, they are thinking we are indigestion. They are really mistaken. We are not an indigestion. We are the left-sided heart attack that is being mistaken for an indigestion. You either let us go or we will take you guys down. Thank you.
Barrister John, what we are seeing here is one of those ploys by La République to divide and rule us, starting with ground zero. They are saying to ground zero, ignore those noisemakers in the diaspora. They are corrupt. They have taken money. You heard, I mean, we have not only heard this on CRTV. We heard this on Equinox Television and all Canada and Afric Media. And they are repeating the message again and again and again and again. And all these useless activists have also taken it up now to start propagating for La République, and all they want to do is get ground zero to give up, get ground zero to believe that, oh, those guys you are calling your leaders in the diaspora, they are all hypocrites, they are all sellouts. What message would you want ground zero to know about this, Barrister John?
Yes, thank you, Chris. The songbird of Mr. Bia, George Ewane, whom I know so well, I hope he has not forgotten that he's still an Ambazonian. Listen, I've listened to his editorial, and I want to inform him of one thing. One, we are no longer with La République du Cameroon, we are gone. Therefore, all those organizations of the courts that he's talking about and so on, the judiciary and all that, is of no consequence to us, because when we get back to Boya, we will establish our own court system. Number two, we will not talk about reconstruction to Mr. George Ewane or the Bia government until that is one of the topics we are going to sit on the table and talk about. I don't know why they are hurrying. They will give us, they will pay it to us. We will not allow them to reconstruct our territory anymore. We will not allow them to do anything again for us. But we will negotiate, and they must pay reparation for all the 400 villages they have destroyed, for all the infrastructure they have destroyed, for all the marketing board they have destroyed, for all the PWD they have destroyed, for all the CDC they have destroyed, for everything that they ever destroyed on our territory. We are going to quantify that in monetary terms on the negotiating table. We will want them to give us that money cash. If they don't give it to us, we will garnish everything they have, whether in the World Bank the IMF, or wherever in the world. Let them know that they have destroyed a whole people and they must pay. But they're not going to pay by forcing just cosmetic reconstruction, calling on our people on ground zero to accept the fact that, oh, we'll come with 90 million and start reconstruction. Our people are not as stupid as they are. Our people will not buy that. I just came from ground zero a year ago, and I know our people. Our people are resilient. And I'm sending this message again to our people. Don't listen to that crap. Don't listen to CRTV. Don't listen to George Wane. George Wane has been with Abia Songbird as long as I know. Right from the presidency, now and right now he has been brought back again into the central administration of CRTV, and he can afford to make an editorial of that nature. He should be ashamed of himself. But let me say this. We will not accept anything again from La Republic of Cameroon. They should meet us in Geneva, whether now or whenever they want. We will continue to draft ourselves and to make sure that our people on the ground are no longer killed the way they have been killing. Our people on the ground will no longer lose their houses as the way they have been burning their houses. We will put the means available to our boys and girls to defend our people on the ground. La Republic can no longer dictate to us. Let them know that, I have said this before, we are gone and we are gone for good. So any plan they're making about us, they should shove it. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Micah.
Secretary Chris.
Volume.
I cannot hear. Everybody.
You need a financial instrument that provides a hedge against inflation, 100% guarantees that you will not lose your money, has tax-free growth and distribution, the ability to take an interest-free loan, avoids probate, provides creditor protection, guarantees your family that your income will be replaced should you die, helps you protect yourself financially against chronic, critical, and terminal illness, and of course allows you to take money anytime for any reason at any age without a tax penalty. You need only as little as $50 to invest per month. Contact Irene Fombo. Tel 513-5014-177 or send an email to irenenpmsn@gmail.com. You need a financial instrument that provides a hedge against inflation, 100% guarantees that you will not lose your money, has tax-free growth and distribution, the ability to take an interest-free loan, avoids probate, provides creditor protection, guarantees your family that your income will be replaced should you die, helps you protect yourself financially against chronic, critical, and terminal illness, and of course allows you to take money anytime for any reason at any age without a tax penalty. You need only as little as $50 to invest per month. Contact Irene Fombo. Tel 513-5014-177 or send an email to irenenpmsn@gmail.com. You need a financial instrument.
I think the man, a man can the annual can the cut can the cough can the flip hey my can the smoke can the answer can the cabo Sana kanda I want to go na bana kese kanda kaba I want to go na bana kese I'm still kaba I want to go na bana kese kanda kaba abone kana una bona keta Armstrong akeba arekamba arekamba oh abone kana una bona kesa kanda akeba abone kana una keta Armstrong akeba abone kana una bona kesa kanda akeba abone kana una bona keta Armstrong akeba arekamba I'm sorry, I'm so even kanda even senkalero senkalero kadakanama ai oa aria beso ngonya bamaka kanda kobo aria beso ngonya bamaka opum kobo aria beso ngonya bamaka kanda kobo aria beso ngonya bamaka opum kobo Canarebo, 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 Ayoya, Secalero. Sabaka kanda kobo, kanda anyo. Sabaka kanda kobo, kanda kekot. Sabaka kanda kobo, kanda anyo. Sabaka kanda kobo, kanda kekot. Canarebo, 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 Ayoya, Secalero, Secalero.
But then you haven't got it through. Okay. So far as they are not bleeding,
Welcome
that's
back,
okay.
ladies and gentlemen, and sorry for that interruption, audio interruption. Things happened once in a while, but I am glad to be back, and I am glad that you stay put there for us to rectify the problem. Barrister John and Ma Manka, thanks for staying put in there. Let me get back to you, Ma Manka and Barrister John. I hope you can hear me now. I was saying that a lot of political Cameroon is carrying out this campaign to misinform, essentially to misinform Ground Zero and to persuade them to give up, to believe also that those in the diaspora leading their struggle, They are just fighting for their own selves. They are fighting for their own lives. They are taking money from HD. They are taking money from La Republic. There is no doubt there are indeed people suffering on the ground. But is that the message? Is that the message you would tell anybody in that matter, that, oh, okay, it's time to give up, it's time for reconstruction? Is that a message that you will send to anybody on Ground Zero?
Ground Zero, I'm speaking to you guys directly now. I started off by talking to you guys about our history, over 60 years with these people who have lied and continue to lie and can change the constitution. In over 20 years, these people have operated 3 constitutions simultaneously at the same time and change it at a whim to suit whatever they want to do. Are you guys going to trust them now? Let me tell you why you can't even begin to trust them. We have 400 villages that have been touched down. Did these people go from one village to the other and make assist? Did they analyze what was burnt? Has any one of you on the ground had these people come and talk to you, find out what the consequences of this war, what has it done to you? Have they talked to you about the psychological trauma each and every one of you is suffering? The murder of your children, your brothers, sisters, have they put that into account? And they throw out a flamboyant amount of 90 billion. And you guys see it and you think it's money? Can somebody explain that to me? If that amount of money is able to build our 400 touched villages, our businesses and infrastructure that they have destroyed over 60 years, our children, the families that they have completely destroyed over during this period, can you tell me that 90 billion is enough? When our yearly income only from oil is 350 billion, and they actually pacify us, and you guys are accepting? Let me tell you guys something. After a war, when they are talking about ceasefire, have you guys seen a ceasefire? Are you sleeping peacefully in your room? Are they not in the, when you turn around, don't you see them in your backyard at the moment? So what kind of peace are they talking about? Can they be doing reconstruction when you are not even safe in your own home? How much money are they going to come and help you for your children who have not gone to school for this length of time? For the job they took away from your children when you, mommy, you worked the farm every day and paid for your child to go through college. And then they took dumb and francophones to come and children. How can they ever repay this? And we want to accept it? Let me tell you guys something. Ground Zero, you see what they have done to us over all these years and what they have done during this war. We accept this peace plan. We will become like what they did to us was going to look good, because what they will be doing to us now, they will take us to be weaklings. And when they take us as weaklings, they will cheat and ask us to clean it up. Do you guys want to accept that? Are you at a point where you want to say, my pikin where they be kill lamb, I don't just forget them? My goodness, are we at that point? I don't think so. We have proven the resilience. We have stood against these people with den guns when they came with machine guns. Now we are actually restructuring and preparing to come back. Please give us a chance. Let's teach these people a lesson. Let us regain our independence. Let us free ourselves. We are ready, the diaspora. We are ready to come and reboot. We have technology, the information, the knowledge that we have here. We are ready to work with you all on the ground so that we develop a community of Ambazonia, that will be the talk of all of Africa. You guys, I know this is tough. I know, I don't hear those guns, but I'm telling you, I have read the history of people who resisted. Ultimately, it always turns out good. It always turns out good. Let us fight. Not the time. We are so close to success. You guys heard at the beginning what Secretary Chris was saying. People are knocking on their doors because they saw how much money we raised. We showed them that, you know what, the lies that they have been telling on the ground to you guys, they are all lies that we don't support you all. The amount of money Momo County alone raised $650,000. Mezam raised $420,000. If we put all this money together, which are with a good plan which we already have in place, my dear, my fellow, my brothers, my sisters, we are, and they are afraid. That's why they are trying to now brainwash you guys with all lies about reconstruction. They name it one thing, the minute another minute. Just the fact that they changed it from rebuilding, now they're talking reconstruction. That tells you 1 minute they are one thing, the next minute it's another one. We can never trust these people again. You know what? Let's rebuild our country by ourselves. I turn around one day and help them too when they start fighting amongst themselves.
You see, we will get some meeting. I want for talk this one for Pigeon, for make everybody where if it hear me, see me for ground zero, make it hear me. We don't hold several meetings with the UN agency them where them day back for day for ground. And every time they come to us, they want me we see reason where this reconstruction, where the column now say recovery in need for take place. Them tell us say they want to make our people get some more money where if you do business. Them say they no one construct anything, they no one reconstruct anything, they want to give money, make people them where them there for ground zero, make them build their houses, rebuild their houses, them no one for rebuild houses, they want for give money, make people them, they rebuild their houses. Them tell us say they want for be able for give small loans for groups, loans where people will join for they can do business. Now, we don't tell these United Nations groups say, very good idea, very, very good idea. But at the moment, we get over 800,000 people where we don't know where they live. We get over 100,000 brothers and sisters with their family them day for refugee camps in Nigeria, in Cotonou, in Ghana, in Gabon, in all other places. We asked this organization, say, when I don't take data, when I don't take information, statistics for all this property where these 800,000 people they get them, when I don't take statistics for all the property for all these over 100,000 refugees them, when they day for foreign countries, they say no. We ask them, say, when I want come give them money, make them do business. When I want come give them money, make them take and put zinc and or maybe buy cement for do what they want to do for fix their houses. The next day, lot of public terrorist soldiers, they will come, still burn down those communities. That one not be the kind peace we want. We want peace where it will last, and we want peace where it come with justice. And justice means for find everlasting solution for the war, for the conflict. And this one where I talk, it be very, very important for our people for ground zero, because make one hear. Make wanna hear, and this one a fact. We there for diaspora, for white man country. Some of us, we get citizenship for this country. But when I know so, if this war will not win, God forbid we not win, some of us who will remain here, die for here, they will bury us for here at least. My begin will grow up nowhere they bury papa. But when for day, when I surrender, when I give up for this war, when I will be now house boys and house girls for La Republic de Cameroon, La Republic Cameroon. Because they will send over Bamiliki them, Douala them, Mbunda them, and so on and so forth. Now them go on Bamenda. We don't already see where they go on now, ever before this. Now them go on Fako, now them go on Kumba, now them go on the BLM. They will just come down from Chang. In fact, I learned that right now, Chang people get a lot of land inside the BLM. So French Cameroon, it don't get policy where if we blink just a second for this kind time, so for this war, and we surrender and we give up and we say we will give chance for peace, for a ceasefire. And at the table now we're not picking where we're not there for that ground zero, it will live for really feel the pain and the pinch of this war. When I think that when I suffer now, suffer go start if we give up, if we surrender, if we allow La Republic to Cameroon to come back and occupy our territory. Pain a day plenty, suffering a day plenty. Many children them know they go for school, but man I tell you now, pain it will be much more. Pain it will be much more. Suffering it will be much more if we surrender. If we surrender for La Republic to Cameroon, them go come back for one village. They will start teach one in French. Now so it there. Them go come back for when I caught them. They will send French magistrate, French francophone magistrate. Them go to preside over court now in French. They will make sure say every teacher where they for any so-called bilingual school or government school for one community. Now French teacher them, French principal, French headmaster. Now them, it will be inside that school them. Every DO. When them now we will think say now only DO. We don't say I'm saying now they send French DO for our territory, but forget about DO. Even mayor. We now realize we they get French mayors. Ladies and gentlemen, we they get French mayors for Ambazonia. Think about that. In Ambazonia, we have French mayors, people speaking the French language. How will we give up in this situation? How can we give up? Allow French DOs, allow French mayors, allow French governors to govern us? My papa them, mama me them, gonna hear me fine. No be time for surrender, no matter where them bring for wanna come lie for wanna come talk propaganda for wanna throw their television. Me wanna hear. We for the diaspora, we not a give up on wanna. We not a fight because we won't come live for the rule over there. We will fight for you, we will fight for your children, and we will fight to the end. We no will give up. If it be saying we give up, no, we not will raise money for fight. Maybe when I get better for down there, better battles and so let me my comeback for you. That is exactly what La Republique du Cameroon is trying to do. Try to put fear inside our people, and then they bring small money, small chunk of money, as my man don't talk. Wait to be 90 billion. When diaspora alone they send over 300 billion for that damn country every single year. What is 90 billion? Now we hear UNDP they tell us it's a process where it will take place for many years. You know what? When ground zero don't surrender, they don't even see a dime anymore. Think about it. When they don't surrender, they don't even see a dime. They don't see even a zinc or a bag of cement for rebuild our houses. They will come back La Republic will tell them, say, make diaspora send them money, make them build house. That's what they will say. Tell me, Barrister, if I'm wrong.
No, you are not, Chris. Let me give you something. Let me tell you something that all of us probably don't know. La Republic is broke. They don't get 1 penny. For that money, with a year, say 90 billion, they are supposed to bring 10% of that money. They cannot even afford it. Let me say this. Our people on ground zero are resilient. They are very intelligent. I will not second guess them. They are willing to go to the logical end of this struggle. And listen, the Republic has its soldiers, there are there are gendarmes, there are police everywhere in Amazonia killing our people. Now we have come to the point where we have raised money, we have raised enough money to put material in the hands of our boys and girls to defend our people. That's when now they are bringing all this propaganda, using the international community to bring all this propaganda to tell our people to surrender. Now, like this, it will not happen. Our people are not that stupid. Let me say this. Our restoration forces are up to the task. Our people are ready. I came from ground zero a year ago and nothing has changed. I am in contact every day of my life here in America. I'm in contact with our people in ground zero. Let me tell you, that all that noise that CRTV is making is hot air. It will not happen. It will not happen because I know our people. From Victoria
Barrister John. Barrister John.
Yes.
If it will not happen, we need to educate our people. We assume. We cannot assume that it will not happen. We have to educate. We have to educate ground zero. Because, so people feel do desperate things in the midst of poverty. When they bring small 2 million, small, maybe say 5 million, can't give you. And you there inside bush, you say what I will do. You take the small 5 million. Before you realize, you buy 3 bundles zinc, you buy 2 bagsmen, and the money don't finish. All desperation and frustration, they come back again. We need to educate our people.
And you will spend that money for which side? You will spend that money for which side? That 2 million where you talk. Because La Republic did it with the gun. They walk up and down with the gun. And they don't burn your house. You're there for inside bush. For all these years, 4 years now, we're there inside bush. Now they can show you small money. So that means you come out for bush, you build house, they can't burn them. You pick one big small bit 13 years, 14 years, they shoot and kill them. Well, let's be serious here. Our people are not that stupid. We have a duty to educate them, but we also have to have confidence in our people. The confidence, I have always maintained this confidence on our people that they are resilient, they are ready to go to the logical end. It is not today that we started this war. It is not when after we have had now the means to make this, to turn the table around so that La Republic can meet us in Geneva, that La Republic will go to our people and start telling stories. They don't even have money. Let them use that money to solve their own problem that they have in their place. We don't have the problem that they have. We are going to build our country. We don't need them now, but they will pay each penny of the destruction they have done in our territory. They will pay, but that will happen in Geneva, not here, not on ground zero.
All right. To both of you, but I start with Mahamanka. I think this education also be very, very necessary, starting from the agents that La Republique du Cameroon has now built in the diaspora. Because if our people are not listening to CRTV to Equinox TV to Media Afrique or Canada or Tunido or whatever, if they are not listening to it, there is a tendency to also listen to those who are speaking from the diaspora, because on ground zero, sometimes it is hard for some of them to distinguish between who is a true independentist from who has been compromised. Don't you think that is the case? And we should do everything to get ground zero to know who is speaking truth to them. I mean, as distinguished from those who have been compromised, who are traitors and enablers. Mamanka.
Yes, Secretary Chris. There's, ground zero. I beg, maybe when I know say some people in this, so they need to really tell whether not true thing. So that means say, if you hear somebody, it first come for you, it brings story. As I hear some people they sit down now for inside bar. When a la Republic people they don't they send them, they go sit down for bar. They start bring small story, and then you start listen. And then you want hear small time you go talk and say, oh okay, you know check say eating where the people they for they abroad they enjoy them, they go bring money can flash for we here. Where for when where would they hear with the suffer? When you hear that kind talk, just know say that man, that one already in a compromise. You need to leave and go, because the next way go start telling us say, okay, I get some plan where I will give you some small money and that's waiting. Me, I hear say they give million for Nyambere there for Douala. Me, I analyze how rent for Douala a be. Forget small place where if you stay for Douala now 100,000. So that means that for 1 year now, how much money you go spend for just for that house? 1.2 million. No be so. Okay. 2 years. No, now already what? Half the money don't go. You just that money go even reach 2 years because chop, electricity. So the important thing for ground zero, for and see the future. If you think only of the here and it no go waka. So think of the future. Say this money it entice me I go. Okay, when I go small time, it go ask me I sell my land. Me I tell you some story right now as we talk. So all mommy there for village. For the way he get a big house where we build get the land title. What happen? Some family man don't survey very well. He realized that the woman don't he begin the day for the country, they know if he come back because of where they go on. Wait to do. He don't come build a house for in front of that old mommy, 88-year-old woman in house. When I check say normal people than that. Now the kind games where they play for we. So if they deceive we, me no man no listen. If we not listen, it means that when I don't mortgage to the top, say you don't throw away the future of your picking them. We all know say someday we all go disappear. When disappear means we go die. All we go die. Now they think that way no man no go ever see that way no go happen for you. So when we all die now, who go carry this future for us? Now we picking. So we don't see things the way the people that they do for we now. Do we want our children me they go through the same thing or worse in the hands of these people? Right now, if you go for Bamenda, when you want to apply for land, they go play a game for you. You know if you get land title. And then when they don't frustrate you so much, they can buy the land for you for cheap. So that means that you and your begin them and your generation, they don't get land for farm there anymore. Now they don't own all the land. And if we don't move these people, it means that our picking them, they will even come begin rent land for their own count, when at their own country. They go rent for their own country. I the beg me when I not listen for these people. 60 years, it don't prove. Forget even 60 years. The 4 years of this war, it don't tell we the kind devils where we will live with them. We know be sabi. We know be know say now devils, we were calling some movie there where they call and say sleeping with the enemy. This is what was going on. We be sleep with the enemy within we know sabi. We were naive. We these English people they be trained we for that human trust. We be the deal with devils we know sabi. We eye don't open for over these 4 years because when I talk 60 years, plenty picking, they know we don't bond them then. Even 30 years ago, of people they know we don't bond, they don't understand. But we don't all open with eye for 4 years. They see things where they do for we. We they see things where they do right now, where they enter people their house when they sleep. They rape, they picking them in front of their papa. Rape old mommy when 70-year-old, they end up for hospital. Thief, not thieves. These people, they're not thieves. They enter inside your house, they carry goat, they carry chicken, they cook them. They rape your pikin, turn around, tell that pikin, cook that chicken right there in front of the chopper. So if when I know the CDT them, if it never happened for you, then you really lucky. If you never host refugee for your house, then I don't know the kind of way which you don't have, we not be able to host them, because plenty our people don't run. They go for their side. They sleep for road. They laugh them. Snake divide mommy them and papa them inside mountain because they run their own house. When they want to don't burn down the village. Now they don't pretend to they want to do reconstruction. They don't even go and do analysis. They don't ask people, wait, they don't do nothing. Then they just says 90 billion. And then people, they hear, they glad. They say it's impressive. That's what I heard. I heard for that nonsense radio play where Chris player say it's impressive amount. 90 billion for 400 villages, for city, for Wadawum, for PWD, for all the murder. You guys think 90 billion is correct? Huh? Where every year they collect now 350 just for oil, 350 billion for oil. When I know how much we develop our community with that money ourselves, give a future for our children, give a future for our sisters and brothers, a peace of mind, when all we now get for run again, come stay out of the country. Let me tell you another story about living for this white man country. We know they feel safe any day. They did look they did ask me, say, why you not go fight for your own country? Why you there for here? So if then they ask me so, they say, why you come enjoy where we fight? So if they ask me, even the Black American, they don't like to see the fact that we there for here. Because themselves say, we now me when I go fight. So if they ask me, why are you here? We fought for our own freedom. Freedom is not free. Go fight for yours. And then we go sit down here because say we did it free. When I know how many of our black people they kill the streets, when you go outside, you know they be secure for police. When I know the kind of insecurity where we get them for here, we know even for this society where we get our own country where we for come build and where all we the progress together.
Well, thank you, Barrister. Thank you, Mahamanka. Barrister John, before I open the phone lines for calls, please say have the last word.
Well, all I can say is that I'm calling on my compatriots on ground zero to know that we are not in the diaspora because we like it. And also, every revolution is fought from outside. We'll fight ourselves till we get home to Boya. Just like the Eritreans did, just like the Palestinians now have a homeland they fought from outside. No, just like South Sudan fought from outside, just like East Timor fought from outside. You see, Eritrea did exactly what we're doing now. So we are confident, you should be confident that we are coming and that we will build a magnificent nation for ourselves and that we will reconstruct all our villages that have been destroyed. Whether the Republic pays us back for what they have done to us or not, we will rebuild our nation for every one of our children, our children's children, to enjoy, to have their own homeland where they are free citizens. They will no longer be second-class citizens, and then Francophones will come and begin to take their land and they sit in the offices and say they make land title. You come, you are an Ambazonian, they don't want to give you land title, they give it to a Bamileke man. It will not happen again. I thank you plenty.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. At this moment, we open the phone lines. We will open the phone, the phone lines. But before you call, just make sure your television set, the volume of your set is turned down. Before you call, make sure that the volume of your set is tuned down before you call, please. If you call with an echo in the background, we will just go to the next caller because we have hundreds of calls. We have hundreds of callers calling into the broadcast. So make sure that your volume is turned down. Make sure your volume is turned down before you call. All right. Let me see who is calling in here. Unfortunately, I don't have the phone number as usual on the screen, but most of you have the phone number out there. Go ahead and call with the number that you have. Let me see who is making the first call here. Okay, ground zero. Hello, sir. Hello.
Hello. Good evening, Secretary Chris.
Good evening, sir. May I know where you are calling from, please?
I'm calling from La République.
You are calling from La République citizen or Ambazonian citizen living abroad?
I'm Ambazonian.
All right. Thanks for the call, sir. What is your contribution or question?
Yeah, first, I did thank una for a good job una did do. I did thank our papa and our mommy were there for studio today.
All right.
Hello?
Yes, go on. We're hearing you.
Yeah, okay. I want to talk about this auditorial we here for CRTV. We don't know bother on ourselves because even me where they live for La République, people they no even interest again for becoming watch CRTV. Whether on a radio station or on a TV station, they no interest. For now, so they get one station, this Equinox now, for the way the airman don't focus their attention now for Equinox. CRTV, they don't bury even their people there.
Even Equinox,
So,
even Equinox, you know, they are in the habit of inviting their guests them. Most of them, I mean, often these enablers in the diaspora, I'm talking of Nick Santos and the rest, Equinox bring them on, bring on people like Foncha, but Equinox, not if bring Chris Ano there. Not if bring Dr. Sako there. Not if bring Commenta there. Not if bring John Igiawan there. Not if bring Abongwa there. So you see, I'm saying them get that they choose who come for them because they know what they want the person they bring them for them. They know what the person will talk and nai the one. Nai where they want everybody for ground zero. Equinox don't do some good job. But not be everything where they come out for Equinox be correct or be truth. We want to make ground zero. Know this one. When you sit down, you they listen for TV, for their the local TV over there. But when our ears open, when our eyes open, we want to take all the correct one because they bring a lot of lie people. In fact, when we start call Equinox TV, ask them say, why did not you bring Chris Ano? Why Afric Media not bring Chris Ano? Why CRTV not invite Chris Ano? It be interested for solutions where it will end this war. Why did not invite everybody where it matter, where if it bring the right message? All right, go on.
Yes, that one are true, Secretary. That one where you talk now really true. But you know, say for my country talk because I've been native from Barso. Some parapu they will talk for our country. Something they will call themselves fun for our country talk. Where picking they used to play sometime take on to come for stick, put them for something take and put corn inside and then foul they can carry them so. Then carry the team for a head, they work out and they run with it. Then they pick opportunity for catch the foul. Since when the war starts, now so it just be like say like Republic be carried out from front for their head. Anything where they do na wrong one. They no fit do the right thing. Now why that way they no fit tell when I say una, they no fit call una for equinox. They know because they know say now una be the real people then where they fit talk about the matter. All that one they will bring them any man know, even francophone they will live with them. They know say that one affect people. They know if you produce any good thing for this conflict. So I thank you plenty. I salute my power there for screen now. I overlove you. I thank you plenty. Good night.
Thank you. Thank you for the call. Thank you for the call. Mamanka Barisa John, if you get anything for add for day briefly, go ahead, please.
If Equinox thinks that they want to do a balanced journalism, let them call me on Zoom or on Skype or anything like because when I was there, I was talking with them. I was talking on their television. They have suddenly boycotted me because of I don't know editorial policy, but I am ready to talk to them.
Thank you. Thank you. Let me see who else is on the line. I love calls from Ground Zero. Hello, sir.
Hello, our able sir. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. May I know where you are calling from, please?
I'm calling from Ground Zero, Bamenda, Bakwa.
All right, wonderful. So you guys have electricity at this moment?
Yes, my brother. I'm watching you people live on the screen.
Wonderful. What is your question or your contribution, sir?
My brother, I just want to tell you that there's no...
Hello? Hello?
Yes, we have electricity.
All right, yes, go on, please, go on.
Yes,
I think this caller...
I'm seeing of us were not even listening. So I'm even surprised to hear that voice you play it from Joshua Warner on that Cameroon calling on this past Sunday. You should know that everybody on Ground Zero is not even interested in listening to CRTV again. Because,
okay.
And you should know that even what... are you getting me, sir?
Yes, go on, 515.
Yes, what I'm saying is that you should know that even Quinox is also saying that, also running away from problems because La Republic is looking any kind of, like any least opportunity to shut down Equinox. Although they are really like struggling to bring out some of those facts, but they are also running away from problems. You know, La Republic are bent to do anything to anybody. They are bent to do anything because they want to suppress everybody.
Right.
There are times that Equinox may say just to run away from their problems since it's a private business also. They're also struggling to save themselves. But, well, I can say 60% of what they are saying on Equinox is in favor of Amazonia.
Okay.
I can assure you that.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes. So, yes. Because we even follow most of their debate. You know, when Amazonia goes on the air like that, they always give them fire now, my brother.
Okay.
They always give them fire that they cannot even defend themselves.
All right.
So, and Equinox is always like organizing some of those debates to really like make some of those francophones know that we are on the right track. And you should know that even some of those francophones are even discouraged with this thing. And even what as we are sitting on the ground, like we are seeing the thing. Can you imagine even today at Travelers Day, those military guys have...
Well, I think the caller is having connection issues. All right. He's having some connection issues there. Let us get the next person on the line. Good. This is Ground Zero again. Hello. Hello. Well, we lost that caller. Let's get the next caller. Ground Zero. Hello. Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Ground Zero in Bamenda.
Okay, good to hear your voice, ma'am. What question or comment do you have?
No, I don't want to say that it will not like that. Do you know that there was a time that they want to sanction them because they say they want to be saying but the truth things.
Okay.
So they are just running away from problem.
They're just running away from trouble.
Yes.
So I guess they are saying within themselves, if they bring Chris Ano or bring John, so they will be in trouble.
They will be totally in trouble. They will go back to jail.
They'll go to jail. Okay.
They will go back in jail.
All right.
I hope
Tell me, what is Ground Zero? What do you hear on Ground Zero about all these social media slander, propaganda about some people don't take money, some people never take money? What do you hear for Ground Zero, for Babenda?
Secretary, you know, say politics don't over there for ground. So with the year for internet government, we not the year we for that people them. You know, say not like people them know. They want to discourage we.
Right. Oh, I like that word. They want discourage. They want discourage we. That is quite revealing.
Yeah, they not be discouraged we because internet government now one government go better. La Republic na lai one. There is thing na tamulong kwaya secretary. We don't come over. They will not be talent again.
All right. Thank you very much for the call. Okay.
You know. Yeah, Secretary,
yes.
Let me tell you something.
Okay.
I don't hear today say for Monday boy will be open. So now only few stores they not be open. So they don't make an tico mayo too. They don't start lock store them with that yesterday as they see say motor then they walk. I beg let them ram for some talk for boys them on the ground. No one hear that kind of news.
No worry about yes, no worry about that one. If Boya open for one day, Tico open for one day, and they be excited now, the message what I would send for them be say, that one will be short-lived. It will be short-lived. May we see what will happen this Monday. We will see who will win the. Well, you know, say Patrick Ekeba be try for how long? For like 2 years, right?
Yes.
He be try for like 2 years, he not succeed. No be time this way, he go. This new guy will succeed. But thank you for the call. We are taking care of that. Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much. You want go down for Grave Lake, Ekema Patrick too.
Yeah, he want visit ye. Thank you for the call.
Yeah.
All right, thank you for that. Let me get this other caller. I like when Ground Zero is calling. This seems to be a bad connection. This is a bad connection. Let me see who else is trying to call. Okay, another Ground Zero. Hello, sir. Hello. Hello? 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 Okay, I guess this is another bad connection. Let's get to whoever is ready. Ground Zero, wonderful. Oh, I lost that caller. Let me see. All right. Okay. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. Good evening, Secretary Chris.
Good evening. This person sounds like Gabonese.
Yeah, it's Gabonese speaking. Gabonese, the general coordinator, the spokesman for Ambassador Force from Ground Zero.
The brilliant, the brilliant and valiant Gabonese.
Happy to hear you, Comrade Chris. I want to extend my greeting to Barrister Fujon So and our mama in the panel.
Thank you. They are nodding their heads. for you.
Okay.
And giving you
I'm
salute.
very cool in Ground Zero. Thank you very much, Comrade Chris. I was so happy. I'm online live today to watch your program on the air. I am calling live from Ground Zero. I'm so happy to hear from Ambassador Fujon So and Mama in the panel. And I'm speaking on behalf of our forces on Ground Zero. I want to encourage everybody that we are fighting this fight and we must reach our destination. There is no turning back and there is no doubt.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we are looking so much. And we are looking so much on you guys on the ground, the commanders on the ground who are making it happen, governors.
Yeah, I want to inform our mama in the panel and Fujon so that we understand and we know that we are living we are now on the red line, and we know that they are enablers, they are all black legs, and the French Cameroon regime is doing all they can do to weaken our spirit. I want to inform our soldiers on the ground to let them understand that we have lost our heroes. We have an answer to give to their children. We must make sure that we win this war so that the monument will be built in our squares and our centers. And we know that we are standing firm on the ground. We are going to make sure that we'll make the Republic to leave this environment and leave Amazonia for good. There is no for that. I assure the Amazonian people that we, the forces on the ground, the fighters on the ground, the Amazonian Restoration Forces, we stand on the truth. We stand behind our history. We are fighting for our history, our culture, and all our institutions. And we know that we are going to win this war. They will never defeat us. We are the masters of the land. We are the masters of the soil. We are the masters of Amazonia. Strangers cannot come and win in our soil. We know all our construct, as I can call it. We know how we can win this war.
Hold on, governors, ladies and gentlemen. The person you are listening to right now is General, or I don't know whether you are Commander Governors, the man whose voice we hear all the time from FACO Black Tar Council, correct?
Yes.
All right.
Very, very correct.
Yes. So,
very correct.
Governors, let me ask you a question. I'm sure you would have listened a few minutes ago. A lady called and was very concerned with lockdown, ghost towns in Boya and in Tico. She's concerned that the last ghost town in Boya and Tico wasn't effective, and you are the commander or one of the commanders in that county. What can you say about what is happening?
Yeah, what I can say is that for the photo, the video that you got, the video was a fake video. I had the original video, and the ghost town in Boya and Tigo was very, very effective. You can see in social media on Facebook, you see the colonial SD of Tico was stealing shops, and we are encouraging our people that they should force the lockdown on Mondays in the days ahead, and we are bringing on new strategies to make sure that the lockdown will be more stronger than ever. I'm assuring our people that now is the time that we have to make sure that we have the materials in place and we have the soldiers well trained, well qualified, and they are ready to go to the field in the days ahead.
Wonderful, wonderful. And I think you are very correct. The video that was circulated on the social media was a fake video sent out by one of La République du Cameroun enabler activists in the Washington, D.C. area. And I learned that video, that clip was actually taken on a Wednesday when you have regular activities. The clip that came out subsequently showing the streets of Boya empty was actually of Monday. So Ghost Town was not ineffective as some people think in Boya. That's what you are saying.
Yeah, I will emphasize that the video that came out was a fake video by those enablers. I want to emphasize that the lockdown that It's the lockdown for the people, and it's the lockdown for Ambazonian people. All of us Ambazonian citizens, we understand that we have been marginalized and we have been treated as second-class citizens. We know that if Ambazonia is free tomorrow, it's for all of us Ambazonians. Not only the fighters, it's for all of us Ambazonian people. So we will must emphasize that Ambazonians should respect the civil disobedience. It's for the benefit for our people. We have all suffered the consequences of the French Cameroon regime. We as fighters, we are making sure that we don't have casualties or we have crossfire between the terrorist forces of Cameroon. So we advise our civilians that locking down your shop or keeping yourselves village or burn down, you are going to be the loser. Hello?
Yes, I'm getting you. Go on.
Yeah, so we advise our civilians, our stakeholders, that the Monday's lockdown is for our national symbol. Our civilians and our stakeholders, we all know we have suffered for the hands of the terrorist cabal in Yaoundé. Respecting the lockdown is part of your own contribution for this struggle. If you try to fighting for, you should.
Yes, we are having some connection difficulties with Gabonese. Sorry about that.
Going to pay.
Okay, Gabonese.
We consider
Hello, Gabonese.
Enemy of the revolution.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're having technical difficulties. We're having technical problems. I guess it's a network problem with Gabonese, but I think he has made the point. We must keep Ghost Town sacred and working throughout this struggle. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Yes, good evening, sir. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from the northern zone.
All right, and what is your contribution, sir?
First of all, I would like to greet our father in the studio, Pastor John Crisco.
Okay.
And our mother, Mama Manka.
Okay.
When I see them in the studio, sitting and discussing about the struggle, I'm so encouraged, especially Mama Manka. I know that as we are fighting this struggle, our mothers are behind us, so we are so encouraged. Concerning what the clip I just heard about CRTV is about 2 years today. I've not listened to CRTV.
Okay.
Maybe I'll thank you people for even making me to listen to the RTV today. I heard the sound of the RTV from ABC today, but I want to assure people that all what those people are saying is a lie. I'm in the northern zone. I live with my people, and I know if we want to go into people's houses and discuss about the struggle, everybody wants but a free and independent Ambazonia. So
okay.
All they are saying is a lie, and our forces are on the ground, and they can never allow us, and they are fighting for us day and night for a free and independent Ambazonia.
All right.
One thing I would like the interim government to do is about the Bamileke people who are in this Bamenda. In fact, let me say the Francophones in general. It is not a witchcraft that we are living in a war and about 15,000 people have died, but no one single Francophone has been wounded.
Correct. You are very correct.
Yes, no one single Francophone has been wounded. And they are living among us every day. They know they live among us. Does that mean that when the military want to come in our communities, they will call the Francophones to leave or how. So in my quarter, I know all the Francophones that are living there. I think if so many Ambazonians take it as a voluntary service to identify all the Francophones who are in their quarters and report them to the interim government so that we can kick them out of our communities, and then it will be a very good thing, because I'm not happy to see that only our people are dying and they are living in our communities safely. About 15,000 people, none of them have been wounded.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you for the call. Time is not on our side. Thank you for calling. You have a great day and remain safe, okay?
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I guess that will be the last caller for the day. I would, let me take this one guy before we go. I like to, okay, he dropped it. So that will be the last call that we get for today. Sorry about that. Many people are still calling. I will allow Barrister John and Mayamanka to say the last word before I call it a night. Mayamanka, I start with you. After listening to all these calls, the passion from Ground Zero, what do you want to tell them before you go?
Ground Zero, so proud. You guys have no idea. We in the diaspora have your backs. We are in this together. From listening, just listening to you guys, what you guys are calling and saying, we know that the word surrender does not exist in our vocabulary. That is nowhere. Together, we will reach Oya sooner than later. Thank you, guys. And thank you, Secretary Chris. And thank you, the lawyer. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you all so much for giving this opportunity.
Thank you. Barrister John, your turn, please.
Yes, Secretary Chris, listening to Ground Zero, it confirms what I said. My people are resilient. Nothing La Republic would do that we don't already know on Ground Zero. My people are resilient until we get to Boya. No shaking. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so very much, Manka and Barrister John. It was such a privilege having you on ABC again. And for all of you who tune in from Ground Zero in the diaspora, I want to say thank you, and you guys should remain unshaken. Remain very, very much unshaken and trust what we are doing here to take everyone to Boya. I can promise you that we will remain focused here in spite of what the Surrender Coalition is trying to put out there to frame some of us up and let you know that these guys are all about themselves. When they begin to do what they are doing, you can understand they are doing it because we are a nightmare to all of them. And I can assure them, the coalition of surrender out there, only Caterpillar will move us for a year. Only Caterpillar, it will move us for a year. We want to get a very, very, very good night, ladies and gentlemen. God bless you all.
provides a hedge against inflation, 100% guarantees that you will not lose your money, has tax-free growth and distribution, the ability to take an interest-free loan, avoids probate, provides creditor protection, guarantees your family that your income will be replaced should you die, helps you protect yourself financially against chronic, critical, and terminal illness, and of course allows you to take money anytime for any reason at any age without a tax penalty. You need only as little as $50 to invest per month. Contact Irene Fombo. Tel 513-5014-177 or send an email to irenenpmsn@gmail.com.
Today for this world, anywhere you go, na koro. For this life today, any side you go, na corona. Today for this world, anywhere you go, na koro. For this life today, any side you go, na corona. You go up, you go down, you go left, now side we go run enter. You go down, you go up, you go right, now side we go run enter. Today for this world, anywhere you go, na koro. For this life today, any side you go, na corona. Today for this world, anywhere you go, na koro. For this life today, any side you go, na corona. You go up, you go down, you go left, now side we go run enter. You go down, you go up, you go right, now side we go run enter. People, you know no color. COVID-19, you know no poor people. Corona, you know no man of God. Corona, COVID-19. Corona, why you do me so? Corona, why you kill my sister? Corona, why you take my brother go? Stay inside house, always wash your hands, always wear your mask and keep social distance. Need it shake your hands, need it touch your face. Drink your concoction, my brother. Koro, you the spread up. Koro, you the kilo. We must take care, make we stay for house. We must take care, make we wash our hands. We are not tired for drink concoction. We are not tired for drink concoction. We must take care, keep social distance. We must take care, don't forget your mask. Corona. Corona. Where do you come from? I beg, tell me. What do you want to? I beg, tell me. You make me tingling. Now I go tingling. We don't win you, we don't conquer you, one concoction, he don't finish you, one concoction, he don't finish you. We don't cover with the blood of Jesus, we don't cover with the blood of Jesus. COVID-19, we nearly fear you. Koro, your time don't finish. Koro, my God will protect us. Koro, my God will protect us. COVID-19, we don't win you. COVID-19, we don't conquer you. Koro, we not defeat you. Koro, we not defeat you. Corona, your time don't finish. Koro, your time don't bole. Corona, your time don't Hammer, finish. the president of Dominion Helping Association, Bamenda.
Mr. Suna, Rafael, and Evika Vivian Orok. Ha! Happy marriage. Oh no! Mahantu mango, ekta mandema cheme. Acheme, aneme kongo, akimengo keno, akimengwe pengeria. Ekti Evika neme kongo.
Akimengo keno, akime kwendiria. Eti ebika ebika neme. Menebika kekwentio. Hey, ebika. Sese kochon tambe orok. May you are so rest in peace. Membe mantu mango me. Yeta mande macheme. Acheme aneme kongo. Akimengo keno. Akime kwendiria. Eti ebika neme yabe. Anwa werepe kanyenya kwene. Muna kevente achinye chigavene cheke. Menang penta ngiba megetria. Eti ebika neme yabe. Ekongo yekime. Ekongo yekime. Ekongo yekime. Ekongo yekime. Ashi Nsakaliwa. Mrs. Orok Eberesia, USA. Makarawa. Seseko Joseph Mbu, my own man. Man of the people. Oh no. Ebika. Beangwa werepe kanyenya kwene. Muna kevente achinye chigavene cheke. Menang penta ngiba megetria. Eti ebika neme yabe. Bemi yumi yeje. Ashine mi ba. Abeke mi mwa. Abeke mi mwa. Abole mi mini uyo. Kundi nalikun. Ebanja mini mwa ningini. Ebika Eninganemo, ememi. Eninganemo, ememi. As I saw the beauty, I saw her very far. I told my parents I have seen my wife. I called my friends to come and see my queen. I told my neighbors she veut me marier. We then took palm wine, cola nuts and tobacco. Eti ebika neme yabe. Ekongo yekime. Ekongo yekime. Ekongo yekime. Ekongo yekime. Brother Steve Sona from Silicon Valley, California. Mrs. Elizabeth Sona of California. Yeah? Momanyo. This is the oracle. Etando Momanyo the governor. Mr. Orok Eric Tabo. Sore menyenge menkama. Oh no. Sore menyenge menkama. Cheme mandu ekongo yekime kwen bingiria. Ebika. Sister Magdalene Sona of Tiko, Cameroon. Membe sore menyenge menkama. Cheme kongo ye. Sore bakabankama. Cheme kongo ye. Sore bekere menkama. Cheme kongo ye. Ekongo yekime kwen bingiria. Ebika. Ekongo ye. Ekongo yekime kwen bingiria. Ebika. Dr. Oro Kingsley Jang of USA. Oh no. Ekongo yekime kwen bingiria. Ebika. Enyengene mande machewo. Ekongo kame. Enyune mande mawo.
senkanda. Ita afusa. Oh. Aibe kanda man, amane kundu. Kanda anyon oh. Kanda kot oh. Kanda kofu oh. Kanda frekwe oh. Eyi my oh. Kanda sika afusa. Oh. Aibe kanda man, amane kundu. Kanda anyon oh. Kanda kot oh. Kanda kofu oh. Kanda frekwe oh. Eyi my oh. Kanda sika oh. Kanda amsong oh. Kanda kabo. Isa na kanda. Abone kanda na bana kese kanda kaba eh. Abone kanda na bana kese amsong kaba eh. Abone kanda na bana kese kanda kaba eh. Abone kanda na bana kese amsong kaba eh. Are kamba. Oh yeah. Abone kanda na bana kese kanda kaba eh. Abone kanda na bana kese amsong kaba eh. Abone kanda na bana kese kanda kaba eh. Abone kanda na bana kese amsong kaba eh. Are kamba. I'm so abana kanda anyo. I'm so abana kanda iko. I'm so abana kanda kekot. I'm so abana kanda yure ayoya. I'm so abana kanda anyo. I'm so abana kanda kekot. I'm so abana kanda kofu. So ibe kanda ibe senkalero kadakanama ai oa aria beso ngonya baba kanda kobo aria beso ngonya maka okum kobo aria beso ngonya baba kanda kobo aria beso ngonya baba okum kobo Canarebo, 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 Ayoya, Secanero. Sababa Kanda Koboy, Kanda Anyo, Sababa Kanda Koboy, Kanda Kekot, Sababa Kanda Koboy, Kanda Anyo. Seba makawe kanda kobe se kanda kekot. Se kanarebo. Se kanarebo. Se kanarebo. Se kanarebo. Ayoya. Se kanero. Oh, I am a se barikada. Oh, I am a se barikada. nani. Solo kalenti, ultimo kalenti. Titi mboga kume, atimanyama kumaya. Titi mboga kume, atimanyama kume. Titi mboga kume, atimanyama kumaya. Titi mboga kume, atimanyama kumaya. Ayoya. Sofono bangtime, sitabari. Sofono bangtime, sabako. Sofono bangtime, sabario. Sofono bangtime, sabako. Soyamo klenti. Timlonga tirawa. Sekadarachi. Kadarachi, kadar mwenye nani? Kanare boy. Kandanyo. Kandanyo ese kanare boy. Kanda kofu kanare boy. Oh kanda siro ngundu kanare boy. Kanda tamstoko ese kanare boy. Oh furape kanare boy. Kanda burutu ese kanare boy. Ayoya. Heya ba, enkanero. Enkanayo. Sekana keba. Etamsu keba. Naru kambo. Nakaya karuo. Sekanero. Hankadai. Wow. Whoa. Ekunu. Afo samso monando. Afo samso monando. Afo samso monando. Senam senamo, avose. Sekanda senam senamo, avose. Senam senamo, avose. Sekanda senam senamo, avose. Monado, sekalero, avose monado. Avose monado, avose. Etam senamo, avose. Sekanda senam senamo, etankanda senam senamo, etankanda senam senamo, avose monado. Yesekana tamso kebo, yeah. Etamso, fure, etamso, fure kana, etamso, fure, etamso, avose monado, avose monado, yeah. Avose monado, akpara fi avion kere, yeah. Akpara fi avion kere, etamso, akpara fi avion kere, yeah. Etamso tafi maname anambere yomo, etamso tafi maname anambere yomo, sekanda tafi maname anambere yomo, sekanda tafi maname anambere yomo, akpara fi avion kere, sekanero, akpara fi avion kere, yeah. Akpara fi avion kere, sekanda kere tamso, akpara fi avion kere, yeah. Akpara fi avion kere, ekara, yeah. Akpara fi avion kere, oh, akpara fi avion kere, sekanero, yeah, kanaiko, yeah, kandenga, yeah, kanda kofu, yeah, bonne fura, oh yeah, kanda yema, sebulo, yeah, oh si bon kundu, kam chonga mane, avose munando, avose munando, yeah. Avose, tam chong senam senam, avose, tam chong senam senam, avose, tam chong fure pe, avose, tam chong fure pe, avose, fure fure kane, avose, fure kane, yeah. Fure kane, yeah. Fure kane, avose, oh yeah. Akpara fi avion kere, oh akpara fi avion kere, doctor, akpara fi avion, yeah. Akpara fi avion kere, sekanero, the